What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna roam the junkyard. I'm not looking for anything specific, but I did get a couple of emails for a couple of cars that came in that might be of interest, but again, not looking for anything specific. Also in my email, I have 2 certificates for $20 off at our Pick and Pull. They have a toolkit membership. You could join, and every time you spend money there, you get points. You reach a certain point goal, and then you get the certificate emailed to you. So because they have expiration dates, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna roam the junkyard, see what's Gucci there, and if there's something that I may potentially want to buy, I can use my certificate. So right now I'm headed over there. We'll see you guys in the junkyard. I wanted to come back here because I knew that there was a lot of empty rows, and a lot of it are new based off the orange line on the floor. These 2 rows are new, but nothing Camry, Mitsubishi. There's an 8th gen right here, all destroyed, rolled over. Golly. I do have that steering wheel in the red SI model, and I was supposed to modify it and put it in my red CRX, but I don't know, I kind of like it, but it seems pretty big and bulky. I'm gonna have to look into like how to modify that steering wheel into an EF. Pretty damn clean in here. I could use this though. Oh, it's already broken. First row, Dookie. Got a ZK right here. Kind of threw me off for a second with all the chrome housing on the inside, but it's depot. Yeah, it's depot. But you know what? I ain't no shame in rocking depot stuff. But anyways, EX Y8 5-speed, just also in a new row as well too. Just taking a quick little look at this, and I saw this little graffiti right here. It's pretty cool, right? Looks sick. Pretty cool. ABS. I still need a prop valve. Black interior. What, 1 LS mesh wheel? Yeah. It's funny as hell because I needed 1 LS mesh. My brother wrecked his Integra, and he had to end up just buying one from freaking eBay instead. Almost walked away without my tool bag. Look at this one too. It has chrome housing headlights.
It's not had a lip on it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Can't tell. Oh. Looks aftermarket. Wait, was this here before? I don't remember. Eesh. Nothing fancy out here. There's a 4-door. A red one on top of that. You don't really see any red ones. So I did some research on some prop valve stuff, and people were saying they weren't really seeing a difference with the 40/40 prop valve opposed to like 30/30, and that I can use 30/30 for my brake system, and if I opt to change it out for a 40/40, I could. This one's a 30/40. Technically I can use that, but yeah, anyways, the sun glare in the background is making the whole image dark, and I apologize for that. I've seen a lot of people as of late, and I know people have been doing this for a long time. People are using the, what is it, 2J out of the IS300, putting a turbo on it, making some really good numbers. And I don't know, man, you guys ever heard of the Junkyard what is it, Junkyard LS turbo builds on eBay? Well, we might do something with a Junkyard IS engine from the Junkyard, because they've been coming in more frequently as well too. Infinities, Camrys, like, dude, the Hondas are starting to become extinct in here, at least the golden era Hondas. Damn, thing's ugly on the outside, but clean on the inside. Yeah. 5-lug. Man, K24A4 looks really clean. Oh wow, this Honda Accord K24A4 is a 5-speed. Look at that. Yo, it feels butter. This whole entire long block and transmission is probably gonna cost you like 500 bucks. Plus the $30 core for the trans and the long block, that's $60 back. And you can get yourself a really nice K-swap here in the junkyard. What is this? Corolla. Got the max speeding special. Hopefully you can use the discount code. I've been standing here for like 15 minutes debating on this Honda Accord engine, and it's nice to have a spares, but I didn't bring any of the tools, nor do I want to spend the money for it right now, even though I got $40 off. Gotta keep walking. I've seen people use CB7 Accord lips on EF. You just gotta shorten it down. You can cut it right down the middle and then shorten it and use some heat gun to bend the ends here. Tempted. This one right here is for Matt, the Sububu homies. Ouch. Oh, it's got a giant fart can on it too. Sheesh, carbon fiber plate. Oh. Full exhaust system on top of that. This was the RS Integra. Kel, you didn't come here to get the moldings, my guy. Came all the way out here to check the moldings out for you. And you didn't come get them? No mames. Now this CB7 lip looks a little bit different than the one I just shown you guys. A little more sleeker. It doesn't kind of go up right there in the middle. I might snag this one. Pretty clean. Well, we can always sand that off. So this RS Integra, I came here when it dropped and everything was intact, 133,000 miles. Come back here, somebody already started nitpicking it and left the valve cover open. Look at the cylinders. Super clean on the inside. Probably junk now. I mean, really not junk if you rebuild it, but probably junk now. Time belt and everything has been changed on this thing as well too, unfortunately. I just remembered I need fuses as well for the under hood fuse box. But a lot of these fuses, the 50 amps, 100 amps, they're a lot shorter than the EF and DAs. And I can't seem to find a car that has those longer fuses. Probably gonna head to the parts store after this to get the fuse I need for my fuse box. LS400. Hey Matt, it's this car again. The homie that I was just talking to right now, we went back to the RS Integra. Got a Harbor Freight chain cutter. Brand new, somebody left it behind. And he was telling me like this whole back half of the junkyard is practically the same. And there's really any Hondas out here. Here's that Integra with the J-front. You guys remember this EJ? Every time we come back to the yard, there's something else missing from it. This time, the whole radiator support's gone. There is 3 rows empty. So they're gonna be filling that up soon. But I'm at the end of the yard. Look at this hatch. And on top of that, EF sedan. Of course I gotta look at it. And there's an EF hatch right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So anyways, I paid for the front lip 15 bucks. Used my certificate, got about $4 left of the certificate. I do have a printout of it and I can use it later. Didn't know that because I used my certificate for a lot of stuff that weren't $20 and I just never got the little receipt that said that I had this much credit left. The more you know. So right now, head back home and I kind of want to mock up the lip and modify it. So I'm gonna grab my front bumper from my car because I don't have a lip for my car. So we used to use the first gen Integra front lip, which is nice and squared and it almost fits the entire curvature of our bumpers. It would just be a little bit too long on the end. Now the CB7 front lip is a little bit wider than the EF and the first gen integral lip, but I've read online throughout the years you can cut it right down the middle, you can cut on the ends, use a heat gun, all that stuff to form fit the Accord lip onto your EF bumper. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to modify this lip for my front bumper. I know they have aftermarket lips on eBay. I've seen them plenty of times before, and they work. They're 80 bucks. So I'm gonna try my luck with a $14 Junkyard lip and see if we can make it fit on our bumper here. So let me figure out how to go about this. If I put this end to the end of the bumper, you can see how much the front half right here is sticking out past the lower bumper chin. So right here is on end, and look at this giant gap right here, right? So we're obviously trying to get this to be flush, and we're gonna have to conform this corner. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is cutting it and then plastic weld it back together, do some body filler, and then get this trim black to look nice and uniform in one piece. It'd be nice to have some self-tapping screws right now because I ran out. I normally buy them a pack of like 100, but I've used them so much that I'm actually empty. Tappers, dry. So this drawer right here, almost everything is in bags, so it's easy for me to find things instead of it like loosely, you know, just sitting everywhere. And I know I threw a bag of self-tapper in here from my previous lip for the EG, and this is a brand new bag because I bought 2 lips and used the previous screws from the first one after I destroyed the lip. I'm gonna try to keep these ends right here so I don't have to like modify them and it looks out of place if you chop it. So what I'm gonna do in this corner right here, you can see it's kind of off, right? I'm gonna cut this bottom right here, like at an angle, so that way when I use the heat gun to form it, I can bend it easily. That's a support tab, that angle right there on the plastic, and that's what's keeping it from, you know, being able to be bent. So I'm gonna try to form this corner right here and then just kind of use self-tappers to hold it into place. Okay, so we got this corner formed up and we got like 4 tappers down here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the opposite side and then we'll chop it. Might have to chop it just so it's not so hard to bend because it's obviously fixed on one side, right? I'm gonna have to cut the lip right in the middle because it's so long that it's actually binding when I'm trying to put the opposite end on. So you find the center hole and we're just gonna cut it right down the middle. There's a little bend that's right here and I can't bend it too much, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna slit it. Now because I slit and bent it, I do have a little kink right here, and I heated it up to push that kink out to make it look a little more uniform, and that kind of worked out. Maybe just a little bit more. So what I have to do right now is I'm gonna have to trim these lips so we can fit it up, so that way I can align this lip to the bumper to secure it into place. So I'm going to use a grinder because quick and easy, straight through, and more consistent than using this. So I need like 2 more screws right here to secure the lip to the bumper, but we did trim it to fit, and I did kind of overcut a little bit right there, but it's not a big deal because this is where we're going to put wire, heat it in, probably do some plastic welding as well, and I might even put a plate in the back, recess some holes, put some rivets in there, and then, you know, melt some plastic onto that, and then do body work to get this to look one piece. But as far as you guys can see it, we're looking good. We're looking good. We are looking good. Yes, sir. I just wanted to see how it looks right side up, and man, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Sheesh. Doesn't look so naked anymore. So I globbed a bunch of old bumper material and got it all filled up in the back side with the wire in the front, the top, and the bottom. I have this little plate right here. It's not too thick. It does still bend, you know what I mean? But as long as it holds the 2 pieces together, I'm not worried about it, because once the lip is secured to the bumper, it's not going anywhere unless I smack something. So this plate is going to be on the back side just like that. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I punched a rivet through, it literally squeezed so tightly that it went right through that hole. And I ended up just taking the plate back off to find a different solution. Okay, new solution. I etched the lip right here, right? And I'm gonna use this new plate, a longer plate, and I'm gonna use epoxy to epoxy the plate to the lip while I rivet it in place, right? And we're gonna leave it on there until it dries up. We're probably not gonna entirely finish this lip and paint it in this video, but I'm gonna leave the rivets on so that way it could dry entirely. And then I'm gonna shave the top of the rivet off, right? This little circle piece, and just leave the stud in the lip, epoxy to the lip to the plate, right? That's going to be plenty of strength, I think, again, for a lip that's going to be fixed to the bumper. It's not going to flex or move unless I hit something. And then on the back side, or shall I say front side, I do have my soldering iron right here to kind of be more consistent with melting of the plastic to the front to fill in all the gaps and everything. And then I'm probably going to epoxy that, let it dry, and then probably a later time sand it, do the body work and stuff, get it all nice and flat, and get it all painted up nice and uniform. But for right now, I just want to get this fully formed, conformed, bonded, molded, press, fit together. Yeah, what I need to actually get is 3M panel bonding agent. That stuff works great. Bought it a long time ago and used it. Once I ran out, never bought it again. It is kind of expensive, but worth the price. I smell In-N-Out burger, and I don't know why.